G'day. I had a bit of an issue on the weekend and I reckon this might help someone one day. So I had a coolant hose blow. I was out at coming back from Mary's Reef, past Shark Island, engine temp, alarm goes off on the dash. And eventually, with a bit of help from Marine Rescue, pulled me up onto a beach. And I found that every time I refilled the coolant tank over here, which was empty, I could hear water gushing out. So took this guy off, and it was this hose here. Now that was like this. That was the end. So I basically cut the end off and managed to put a new clamp on there to put it back on. So I was really, really lucky. This is how it split, going in like that, and it was a split there. So when I was filling up the water tank here, water was coming straight back out. So luckily I had the tools to cut that off, put this on. So a couple of things I learned which might be helpful to someone is that, first of all, I've never actually had a go at these clamps before, but to get these off, these are crimped on with a special tool, I think. So I had to get luckily I keep this in my kit. So I've got this little box here. That's my little toolbox that I take with me. Never had to use it except for that time. Thank God I had it. And in here there's a screwdriver in there, and basically you where's that thing gone? You just kind of get a screwdriver into that little hole, and you just lever it until that becomes loose, and eventually I was able to pop that off. A bit of fiddling around. So the really good things that saved me on this was having, excuse me, this guy here, hex screw, I guess, which is the right one for these bolts. Having that on hand, and also I have this, but I didn't need it. That's actually for more getting rope out of the propeller, the impeller shaft, and I've just added these guys because I was using this as a screwdriver. There's a screwdriver on the end of this, standard pocket knife setup. Using that to try and screw, like, first of all to use that little flathead there with this crappy pocket knife was crap. So now I'll be carrying this guy here with a couple of different heads. So I've got a spare hex. That end, which means I can put them over the end of hose clamps, screw them really easily rather than stuffing around with a Phillips head, which is annoying. And I've got just a Phillips head end as well. So definitely recommend. The other thing I had, which is really handy, hose clamps. I've just restocked these. I only had these ones, and that was honestly just barely enough to get around this. So that was a bit of a lesson. So I put in a couple extra sizes now, and I put in one that I can turn with my hand. But that all gets in here nice and easy. That sits in there, and then these guys sit. They sit in here, just on the bottom there. But I will be making a PVC tube to sit in the slot where the fire extinguisher would go. So that'll be good for the future. But in the meantime, mate, that worked. Got me out of trouble. I ended up spending an hour or so on an awesome beach, just chilling out, fixing my jet ski. It was a dream. So anyway, hope that helps someone. Donate to Marine Rescue.